Hi, is Bradley there?
This is Brad.
Hey, Brad, this is RJ Bates. I'm calling about your property there on South 8th Street. Looked like you filled out a form on my website saying that you're looking to sell that property. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Awesome. How much were you looking to get for it?
How much do I can get? Probably, I'll be happy with about 15, 20, 15, something like that.
All right. Tell me a little bit about what's going on with it.
Well, it's condemned. We'll start that off about here. There was a fire back in May of last year. It's been condemned ever since. I've got it. It's not totally been gutted. It needs insulation. The wiring is about done. I'm about done with the wiring. I got a permit on it. It's about 2 blocks downtown Terre Haute. It's considered walking the campus. It's not campus actually. I see campus. It's about 2 blocks off campus. Off-street parking. Two bedrooms up, one down. I just don't want to do it anymore. I just want to get out, move on, stuff else.
Gotcha. So you're almost done with the wiring on it, but everything else, I mean, we're going to have to. What about plumbing? Does it need plumbing still?
No, it's not plumbing.
So come in, drywall, and then all of the cosmetic finishes?
Yeah.
All right. How much would you anticipate I'd have to put into it to finish it out from this point?
Well, if, I would think realistically probably 30,000.
All right. So if I were to give you 15 and then I put 30, I'm 45 all in, plus a little bit of extra holding costs. What do you think I could turn around and sell it for?
Well, the comparable house around that built for around 80 to 90,000.
Okay.
Even higher than that.
And is it a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1,015 square feet? Is that correct?
Well, it's 2 rooms, there's 2 bedrooms up, and there's 1 bedroom down. There's got a bedroom inside the back door for a room, and that could be used as a laundry room and a mud room. And right to the left of that is the bedroom, and then there's 2 bedrooms up, so 3 bedrooms.
Gotcha.
I started putting another bathroom upstairs, but I've never got around to finishing it, so but yeah, you put that bathroom upstairs.
So what's your position? Why you just don't want to put the money into finishing, or what's got you looking to sell?
For one, and me and the old lady broke up about back in April. Took everything home and let me. I've been living there since May, and I have to get out of there. I'll have money to finish it.
You've been living in the house?
Yeah.
So it's still somewhat livable. It's not completely.
No. The fire didn't do any damage. Believe it or not, it was a space heater right by the front door, and the fire department was like 2 blocks away, so they got there immediately. They put the fire went by the front door, out the window, caught the house next door on fire, did more damage to that house. It didn't even stay to the keyboard boards in the wall. But I got the floor replaced. I've done all the demo, and we just need to put that together. No, it's livable, but for sure.
All right.
The water on it. The water was on it until a few months ago. I didn't afford to pay the bill.
Gotcha.
Or sewer bill. I mean.
So you kind of need this to move pretty quick.
I do, man. I do. I need to get out of there. I got a tobacco store I'm trying to open, and I need money. I got the building. I got my license. I got articles of organization. I got all that stuff, but I need money for inventory. That's my plan.
What kind of store are you opening up? Gotcha. Well, that's cool. How'd you come across that idea?
Well, I've been wanting to open one for a long time. I was supposed to open back in March. I had the building, and of course, I got all my license permits and registered DOR and IRS. I got my PIN number, and I had the building back in March, but the guy came down with cancer. He's 96 years old, and he's still sitting on contract, and his family stepped in and said, no, they're not going to put people on contract because they wanted to sell it outright for $120,000. So I was just looking for a building, and I got me a building, and I just need money for inventory.
So you'd take this 15,000 and that would give you enough to kind of get the inventory?
That's what it is. My taxes is up. See, I had this, I was supposed to close on this house on the 30th, but they said I never told them it was condemned. That's why I told you it was condemned like that. But they looked at my ass, and I don't think that's clear. There's no liens on it except for a couple sewer liens and like $3,000, $3,200 in taxes, and that's all owed on the building. So I would take the taxes and the liens, the sewer liens out of the $1,500, of course, or $15,000, and then it'd be like what, like $12,000 less. Yeah, that's giving you my inventory for sure.
So with the property being condemned, I mean, what do we have to do to kind of rectify that situation? I mean, you said
we called up. I have a permit on a master permit right now. To get it uncondemned, it just needs the electrical needs to be inspected and green tagged and something else condemned with.
so that seems like a fairly simple process. I mean, so you had buyers lined up. They were ready to go. They just didn't want to go through the process of getting the electrical inspected.
They it's not done. I can finish it myself in a day. I mean, but I told them that. I said, look, if I wanted to finish the electrical, my price would go up by $20,000. You know, I mean, it is as is. And to wire a house down here, it's not to have a professional company come in. It's about $15,000, $15,000 to $20,000. So I said, if I was wanting to finish the wiring for you guys, I said, well, number one, I think you're full of shit because you came from Anderson and seen the house personally, and he said, well, get this up to $3,000. Well, I'll be honest, they were going to put $80,000 in this house. Okay. They were going to put $80,000 in and sell it for $120,000. And he said to me that day, about 3 weeks ago, he said, or about a month ago, he goes, it's going to take a lot to get back up to 20, 25 tons. So that told me that he knew it was condemned, I assume. But the time is closed, and they said the reason that they went to close or take the closing date, and his boss seen it was condemned, and he said it kind of surprised him. And yeah, it was just like bull crap. You know. But yeah.
I got you.
I don't know why they pulled out, but that was their excuse. But anybody will put $80,000 in a home and get 120 back out of it, it shouldn't matter if it's condemned and if it needs to be wiring system. You know, I mean that's part of the $80,000 you'll put in the house. But yeah, they was all for it. So
they thought if they put 80 into it, they'd be 80 all in and sell it for 120. That's what they were saying.
That's what they were saying. That's their plan. Yeah. So I don't understand why. And then I said, well, I can finish the wiring because I got a master permit on it, and I'm ready with the inspector, and I can do that. But then at the same time, I'm not going to sell a piece of that price and finish the wiring for you. You know, if I want to do that, I'll just keep it and sell it myself. You know. So, but, you know, here's what it is.
80 seems like a lot of money for 1,000 square foot house.
It does sound like a lot of money, but it's more than 1,000. I think it's close to 1,800 is what it is.
Does that include a basement?
Well, it does have a basement, but seems like it's close to 1,800.
Okay.
What used to say it was 1,500?
It says on one side it says 1,015. Let me see here real quick. On Zillow it says 2,030. So that would make sense. 2,030 would be including the basement, because that's exactly double what my other one's saying. So it's probably 1,015 upstairs and 1,015 in the basement. Does that sound about right?
It's got a real small basement. It's got one room in the basement. Just went right down the stairs. It's got new furnace in it, new central air furnace. So somebody stole my unit outside the compressor. And another thing kind of got me upset is I had the wires to the house 4 times. If I wasn't living there, I was living somewhere else back last year, and they came in and they got me one, and I never leave my tools in my house and where I'm working at, because I was a contractor a couple years ago that my insurance expired, but I never leave tools on the job. Screwdriver, hammer, nothing. And that night I left my tools, my van keys, and someone came in that night and stripped my wires, took all my tools, took my van keys, and so a couple months later I got it wired again, and someone came in again, and they was there that time. I saw them in the house, and they did the crawl space. I said, look, don't, because their tools are on the kitchen counter there. And I said, look, I'm gonna go ahead in my van, I'm gonna stick my pistol, and I'm gonna wait 5 minutes, and I'm coming back in. So I went out there, and they left. They went out the front door, out the window or something, but it was normal. I got back in there. Yeah, four times they stripped the wire at the house, and so I'm living there now since March or somewhere like April, somewhere back there. So the lady left me, used me for 5 years, went for 60 out of prison, and took everything I owned. And I got 3 houses, and she went house to house, took what she wanted, and broke what she didn't want, gave away. It was just a big mess up.
Man,
I just want to get out of there.
I got you. So one last question, and then we'll move on to the brass tacks. But on Zillow, it shows that the property in August was listed, and the last price you had was 10,000. So what made the price go from 10,000 to 15,000?
Well, I authorized the realtor to keep on dropping it, and she's more into high-end real estate, like over 100 grand, and I know her, and give me a favor, I think, probably, she didn't count something like that. I want to get you out of there. I mean, 10,000 is the bottom dollar, so if I pay taxes on it, it's 3,000 or whatever taxes, and probably, I don't know what sewer bills are, probably 1,000 sewer bills. That's not going to leave me much. That'd be 6 grand, but I can work with 6 grand right now. I mean, get inventory. I can get inventory for that second store, and I'll be cool,
Right.
You give me 10 grand, dude, and sure. I mean, be beat around the bush and stuff, but that was my deal with these last guys, and 10 grand, I figured I'd go high with you and you'd beat me up, but you won't be. Yeah, I know how it works. I've been trying to sell houses now for 2 years now, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be $5 I could go would be 10 grand.
Yeah, well, I'm not big on beating people up on price. I mean, my thing is I just want to come in and understand everything that's going on with as much. I mean, it's still sight unseen, right? So there's only so much I can really understand. Yeah, I mean, and I appreciate that. So the way our process works would be, it's probably similar to kind of the situation you already just went through. I'd send you over the contract. Once you sign that, we come out, we do our walkthrough, we inspect the property, make sure everything's good. And if it is, then we'll be good to close here pretty quickly. Do you know where you already had title? Is title still open?
You know what? I'm not sure. We never did a mutual release, but the contract was up on, he said the 3rd, and my copy said the 30th. So do we need to do a mutual release?
Yeah. I'd like for that to be terminated for sure.
The title company is in Evansville, responsibility, and I can get you the lady's name and the business name, and I can get you her personal number and all that stuff.
All right, give me just 1 second here. I'm filling in some information. So what was the name of the title company again?
Give me 1 second. I'll get my phone and get it for you.
All right.
All right.
Well, should be off to a good start. 478. As soon as we call him back, since he just hung up on me. Pretty sure that was an accident.
Hello?
Hey, Brad, it's RJ.
Hold on, I'll get the number right here.
All right.
It's called.
Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems.
It's True Tile. Her name is Peyton,
Your doctor about to fix that.
and her number is.
Next credit is here to stay.
That's good. We've closed deals at True Title before, so we're good there. All right, let me see here. All right.
You'll be able to tell if the title's still open then, won't you?
Yeah, they'll probably have to reopen it, just because it's a different contract, but it won't. It'll be quick.
Oh, good. Yeah. Any quick, yeah.
Yep. All right. Let me see something here real quick.
Okay.
I've got your email as URA12. All right. Do you have access to your email right now?
Yes.
All right, give me about 2 minutes and I'll have that contract in your email.
Hey, cool. I appreciate it.
Yeah, give me just a few seconds here and make sure you got any questions. We'll go over it together.
Okay. I don't want to hang up on you.
Yeah, don't hang up on me again.
Don't hang up on me. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm going to get my screen back on without hanging up on you.
I got you. Yeah, man. One time I was on the phone with a lady, and she did that, and it was her way of telling me she did not want to sell me her house. I followed up with her for like 2 months. I was like, everything was going great, and then you just hung up. And then she was like, "Well, yeah, I thought you would understand. That was my way of saying I didn't want to do the deal with you." I was like, "You could have just said I don't want to do the deal with you." Well, you didn't have to let me keep calling you for 2 months.
You're down in Texas, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my sister over there in Corpus Christi.
Okay. Yeah, man. Texas is huge. Corpus Christi is probably about, I don't know, 8-9 hours away from me.
Yeah, they're a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, and they flew up here last Sunday of last week, and we went to that Steelers Colts game here in Indiana, and of course the Steelers lost, and then she flew back to Corpus, turned right around on Thursday, and flew back to Pittsburgh for the Pittsburgh-Dallas game.
Oh, man.
Pittsburgh got beat again.
I know. That was a crazy game last night. All right. If you check your email, you should have the contract in there right now.
Okay, let me check it. going slow. Yep, I see something there. RJ Bates.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I got it. Review and sign. Sign. And right.
Bro's trying to get my YouTube unmonetized with this music.
Insert. I think I did it.
Let me check here.
I think I got it.
Yeah, the only thing, you just click finish once you've put the signature in there.
Yeah, I did it. I think I got it. Good, right.
Yep. All right, I got it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll get this sent over to True Title, and then you'll be hearing from my team, probably either Justin or Garrett here either later today or tomorrow morning, about setting up a time to come out there, walk the property, do everything that we need, and we'll get the process started, okay?
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thanks, Brad. Bye-bye. 26 minutes in, one dial, one close, baby. So here's what I want everybody to take away from that call. And this is what I tell everybody inside of Titanium University. Like, throughout that conversation, there was not a whole lot of negotiations or anything like that. However, when you look at it, there was a 33% price drop. Now, it's all relative to price point, right? It went from 15 to 10,000. But yeah, I mean, we're purchasing that at $10,000. ARV on it is 120, 130. There's comps right there, right down the road. Let me see here. I got rid of my Zillow, but yeah, there's comps right down the road for 120, 130. He does say he anticipated rehab of 30. He said he had another buyer who said the rehab was 80. I don't believe the 80 because there's, I mean, 80,000 on 1,000 square foot house is a lot of rehab. And I've got fairly newer Google Street View images of the property itself. So I would anticipate somewhere in the range of 50 to 60 though. So if that's the case, we got that for 10,000. We'll say the ARV is 120. And then say we do 50,000 in repairs. So if we come in and we sell that for 20, they could do 50,000 repairs. They're probably going to be making somewhere in the range of 35 to 40. So it's probably going to be, I would anticipate a $10,000 assignment fee, somewhere in that range. It really is going to depend upon the repairs though, once we get out there and we see it. But getting it at 10,000, I mean, we can't get it much lower than that. He needs the money to walk away. He has some liens that he has to take care of. So that's about as good as we could do. And so for me, that's a market we've done deals in. We have buyers there. We know we can pick the phone up. We can move that deal. So good start. Good start.